know that famous song, don't you? You say it best when you say nothing at all. Well, this now could simply be applied to, some might say, the new bestie of none other than the former cable TV actress Meghan Markle and, of course, the former royal known as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. But what is the latest? As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today, yes as ever. And yeah, I know we'll have a quick wave. It's raining badly now, so I'm sort of parked in this bit of a corner at the side of this wonderful building. I love all the buildings in London, you know, but particularly the old ones, because do you look at this and think, how did they get it up there without the technology that we have today? You know, those cherubs and stuff like that. Who was brave enough to hang on for ages, chiseling that out or cementing that on? Not easy, I'm sure you'll agree. Like hanging on, isn't it, to the former members of the British monarchy like Harry and Meghan, clinging literally on now by the rafters, some might suggest, with their latest, you know, endeavours. Fresh from that holiday to Nigeria, which has now been deemed a major success. And I think this is fascinating in itself because, you know, they're basically saying this was wonderful, it was great. And yes, in the media's eyes, particularly the way they've portrayed these things, it does look good. But then, of course, you didn't see the fact that they didn't wave to people behind barriers, or they didn't go and talk to people, should I say, behind barriers. Yet William and Catherine were criticised for doing the same thing. You see how selective their media can be. This is what you get with a controlled celebrity couple as opposed to a royal couple. Do you see what I mean? The vast difference between celebrity and royal. But what's interesting is we saw a couple of days ago now, Gavin, the governor of California, came out batting for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, basically saying it was a whole lot of nonsense with regards to their accounts and their charity being delinquent and all that sort of stuff, which is a phrase for not filing your, you know, fails on time and all that sort of stuff. Now, you would have thought he might have been very powerful and impactful. Boy, oh boy, was that a mistake on his part and whoever decided to instigate it. Yeah, absolutely. And what's happening now is that basically he's opened a big can of worms and people are now more intrigued into the mechanics of the Archewell Foundation, exactly where the money goes, who does it, all that sort of stuff. Now, so far, what we can see is there's only really two major donors, substantially down on last year. And I would say the reason behind that, in fairness, is that most charitable organisations are down, but then most of them don't have the pulling power of an ex-member of the British monarchy. So that is alarming in itself. You know, it's a double sort of sword for them. But now, as I say, Gavin has been advised to zip it and won't be coming out again in defence, because obviously this could be detrimental to his ongoing political career, as one might suggest. And it just really shows, and I don't mean this unkindly, but how far the pulling power of the Sussexes has fallen. You know, when you have somebody of that level, which was baffling to say the least, but as I told you the other day, not as baffling as the fact that he's very ambitious, he's got his own wine range and likes to be in front of camera. Those are the things that Meghan can offer right now. It puts him in a very soft light, a very cosy interview with her in the kitchen, no doubt potting jam or squeezing lemons, whatever it may be. Moving forward, though, what's interesting here is the fact that obviously him pulling away sends a big signal to everybody else. And literally, as we all know, once you alert someone to something, they keep digging. And this is really just the tip of the iceberg in a bunch of negative news I've been told that's going to be coming along for the former royals. Sometimes it's best, as I said at the start of this video, to say nothing at all. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.